Welcome to an impromptu, unplanned, totally random live stream of the Crossrip. How's it going? Hey, I'm Troy. Next to me is Chris. We are here to, we're going to build our awesome Eaglemoss Ecto-1 kits here. We're trying something else out here. You know, if you tune into the Crossrip, you usually can listen to us. We'll talk about the news. We'll talk about all the stuff that's going on. And then we tried doing our Eaglemoss kits on the air, and it was really tough because we have a conversation and we're trying to build, and I'm trying to chew bubble gum, and I can't do those three things at the same time. So I thought what we would try to do is we're going to live stream this. And if you guys want to watch us build, I'm going to be working on issue 11. Chris is still a little bit on issue 10. He's going to be working on the rear wheels. But you're here, and in the chat, we can talk to you now. Like we can have a dialogue. We can engage. There's some stuff going on, Ghostbusters related, that we thought you might want to get off your chest. Namely, Ghostbusters Afterlife moving a week now to be on a November 19th release date as opposed to November 11th. So we're just this is going to be freeform. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to try this. Ray, you're right. This is exactly where the fun begins. I hope. I don't know. We're going to see how this goes. But we are so thankful to our friends at Hero Collector for these awesome kits, and we want to make sure to keep up with building them because, frankly, I don't know how you're doing, Chris, but I don't have space for any more pieces. We got to start building, and we got to start building fast. We're going to do live streams from now until the end of November, all day, every day. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. Why would we do that to ourselves?
They're going to watch you build, and they're going to watch me rifle through magazines trying to figure out where the hell I left off.
It is telling. This is, we haven't built now for 2 months, I want to say. It's been quite a while, so I can't blame you for being a little behind and figuring out where you were. It took me a second to remember.
I went on holiday. I drank drinks. I don't know where I am anymore.
I drink a lot of drinks.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I know where I am.
that's what we do. So I don't know. This will be a fun experiment. So I think what we'll do is we'll start building, and then we'll look up at the comments every now and then and see what you guys want to talk about. Chris and I just got finished recording an episode that's going to go up on Monday in the normal Crossrip feeds, where we talk about the Afterlife delay and the Adam Savage tested video. But we are more than welcome to talk about that with you guys here. There may be some overlap, and I'm sure our conversation will lead down paths which we can't even imagine. So join us. We'll probably be here for, I don't know, an hour-ish, or until the feed dies, or the batteries on something die, or I was going to make a really, I was going to say I was going to make a really dark joke. Thanks for saving me. I was like, until we die, I don't know. Like, what are we doing? So I'm just going to dive into it. I'm going to jump into issue 11. Did you figure out where you are? Are you?
Yeah, I'm way behind you.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm still in book 9. I got steps 29 and 30 to do still before I move into.
Really? What are 29 and 30?
The other half of the exhaust, and then into the leaf springs, I think.
And the leaf springs and the other wheel.
No, the tire, the brake assemblies. Yeah.
Yeah.
The transmission
okay.
and the brake assemblies. I'm way behind you.
You
just couldn't wait.
That's fine. I couldn't. Maybe that's why it took 2 months, and I just got antsy and I started building stuff. Because I did stuff thinking that we had already done one side of it. Like we already did one of the rear wheels. Yeah. I'm going to do the other rear wheel. We already did one of the exhausts. I'm going to do that. Yeah. But
well, frankly, talking to you sometimes, the chances that I was going to tell you no, you've got to wait for this, sanity-saving hobby thing. That was pretty low. I'm not that guy.
Are you alluding to my mental state not being great right now, Chris? Because I can dig it. I'm right there with you. Hey, Frog Brothers are in the house. Hey, guys. How's it going? Yes, we are live. It's weird. I feel like guests have some. I feel like they're...
Frog Brothers, or is it just one of them? Let's just be honest about it.
Hey,
it is Frog Bros.
because I can't monitor a feed, how's it looking to you guys? Is there lag? Is stuff all really weird? Any technical issues on your side? Again, we're testing this all out, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna crack into this, and it's gonna make a really bad noise, which is really bad live streaming. But this is stage 35 that I'm working on, and Chris is working on
what
35.
Oh my god, I'm so behind.
Did I skip an issue or something?
I don't think so, but wow.
There's no way. Ray says rebuilding an actual 59 seems easier than this thing, and
yeah, I believe him.
I think you're probably right. I think the hardest thing is, so what you're seeing on my top-down camera right here is like that's the extent of my desk space. So when we're trying to do these build videos, and we're tied to the top-down camera and this camera and the lights over there, and my makeup artist huddling over in the corner here, you know, it's kind of tough. Like, I wish I was in my basement with a giant workbench, because you need the space, you need the leverage, you need to turn the model over and stuff like that. Hey, Ray and the Frog Brothers say that the lag is not too bad, so that's good. And Chris is slightly lagged, his audio's out of sync. Interesting.
My audio is out of sync?
Yeah, that's true. You just said my audio's out of sync and your lips aren't moving. Guys, Chris is actually just that good.
I don't know what that is then.
I don't know. It's weird. But that's it's good to know. Thanks, Jim, for letting us know. Vink Maniac in the house too, everybody.
Should I try muting this camera and use the mic off the phone?
Yeah, maybe. You could try that. Whatever doesn't end up having a terrible feedback loop would be the... Sorry, guys. This is the test pancake. So we're just going to... If stuff doesn't work, it's just not going to work. Because I'm also noticing that this is a little lagged. My top-down camera is a little lagged. But I'll figure it out. Yeah, Ghostbusters World Hub, Chris says, just to learn how to throw your voice. Can you do some, like... God, brain not working. Marionette puppets who ventriloquism. Can you do any ventriloquism? I don't think Chris can hear me right now. He's messing with his audio. Now I'm in a car by myself, talking to myself. That is building your Eaglemoss kit. Battery box. This is very fun. I'm working on the battery box that's going to be mounted to the bottom of the chassis. He's given me a thumbs up. He says him. Now you look like you're in slow-mo. That's funny. Test pancakes are still pancakes. You're right, Ray. That's absolutely correct. That's the... Man, if everybody could look at life that way, things would be far better. Like, hey...
Did you mute my phone on your end?
I did. Do you need me to unmute you? I can do that.
That's the only way you can hear me, I think. So
I can do that. All right, so I am unmuting your phone. Get ready for... All right, can you hear that? No, it says you have muted yourself on your phone. We should have been in show business. We should have been... No, we're fine. Jim, we can't hear Chris at all, but maybe that's not a bad thing. You guys want to talk about Chris while he can't hear us or talk to defend himself? Anybody want to say anything about Chris?
I can hear you. You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Say what you want about me. I am writing it down.
Okay. I can hear you now. Yeah, you're still out of sync. I don't know. Wonder if it's an internet issue on either end. Well, could be your end, my end. Either or. It's probably my end. It's always my end. How do I sound now?
You can still hear me?
Can hear you, and your sync is a little better. At least now you're saying, can you hear me? And yeah.
But I sound worse?
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
Can everybody?
This is the laptop mic, not the camera mic.
Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe yeah, there you go. Yeah, and Jim's saying now we can hear him. So I feel like maybe that's it. Maybe there's a lag in talking from your camera to your laptop to your internet to the service to me to them, we are living in the future. This is ridiculous.
I stopped caring about this issue about 30 seconds ago. So you can walk through it all you want. By the way, it is slightly on topic. Have you seen the new Steve Martin short show?
I have.
On Disney?
Oh my goodness! It's Only Murders in the Building. The first 3 episodes are out.
It is exactly what I like. I like my murder mystery shows, but the thing that I found most amusing was the concept that 3 people rushed home to listen to a podcast at exactly the same time, like it was an old-time radio show. I'm like, that's not how podcasts work.
It dropped that night, so you have to kind of believe that they would...
That's the conceit, that it dropped that night.
Yeah.
You and I both know the chances of 3 people sitting down and getting it at exactly the same time.
Well,
no.
Let me put it this way, because we do know... Whoa, now there's a weird feedback loop. That was weird. But we know that a few people listen to our podcast we put it up at 12:01 a.m. and we know that a couple of people listen to it at 12:05 a.m. because we get notes on it by 1:10, 1:15 in the morning.
Yeah,
so
we all know who we're talking about.
I don't want to summon him because he may join the live feed and then Jim says that Chris should stop filming your screen. It's forcing your stream to encode all of that refresh. Like, you're literally encoding my hand in a loop of pixels. That's true. Yeah.
Oh, the phone is... Okay.
Can you guys see anything on Chris's screen? Is there anything good there? Like, are all the dirty secrets on his desktop there? Oh, and he's moving it. See, we shouldn't have talked about it. Damn it.
Here, I'll tell you here's what's on my screen. Let's see if I can... I got that.
Now he sees me. Man, that's the other weird thing, is that you're not seeing the split screen on your side. You're just seeing me and my ugly mug.
I got dumb stuff on my desktop at all times. That's what I got.
Oh, there's some Ghostbusters stuff. That makes total sense.
Right?
Oh my god, I am floundering. Okay, hold on. How do I need to... 35A. So it turns out this is just as hard as trying to do the actual podcast. I'm trying to make sure that my wires are correct here. How you guys all doing tonight?
On Troy. There's no dirt on Troy.
It's plenty of dirt on Troy.
Troy is a bundle of nerves and anxiety. I don't need to keep a book on at all. I have no need to plan on how to destroy Troy. There's a chance he may do it himself.
That's also very true. Yeah, that's... All right, so
I've been studying the... going through the old Spooktacular Halloween mixes, and I absolutely love the one from your daughter explaining A Nightmare Before Christmas.
I forgot about that. That was pretty good.
And then the best is you're like, Happy Halloween, everybody. And she sounds like just so world weary. It's like she reached some sort of revelation about A Nightmare on Before Christmas. She's like, Happy Halloween, everybody.
I'm going to go home and rethink my life. Yeah, that was two Halloweens ago, I think. That was last Halloween?
Yep.
Man, it's all blending together. Everything
blends
together.
It is all blending
together. All right. So I hope I'm doing this battery box right. And I'm also noticing that there's lag on my... Oh, that's weird. That's funny.
You're weird.
So the top-down camera, I'm working on that right now, and then it took like 10 seconds to go in there. We'll figure that out too. Growing pains, show me that smile again. How are you guys all feeling about the week delay on Afterlife? We got a few people in the chat here. We got the Frog Brothers still, Ray and Jim. Looks like Bernie's joined the chat. Hey guys. Yeah, how are you feeling about that? It's just a week.
Guys.
Like we literally just got off of recording our episode for Monday, just saying like it's just a week, and it's a better scenario altogether because, you know, Top Gun had a lot of the prime real estate in terms of IMAX screens and premium format stuff, and like you don't want to have two 80s nostalgia movies competing against each other, right? Like, you don't want Ghostbusters taking thunder away from Top Gun and vice versa. What is this, 1986? Come on. Like, everybody give each other some space. No, I think we came to the consensus that it's fine. Like, it's just better all around, right, Chris? That was my takeaway.
Yeah. It's I mean, given the options, push back a week and it's going to get more screens and more premium screens. Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got to wait an extra week, but frankly, given when this thing was originally slated to come out and we've had to wait, yeah, we can wait a week.
Yeah, it's just a week. And again, it's a better scenario all around. The bummer about a lot of things is it's still all up in the air. Like, and this is to no fault of any of the filmmakers, none of the studio heads. Like, they wish they could control this. I'm sure that they wish that they could control this and make everything better and go away. And but
you follow Eric on Facebook? He's bald now. Like, it's just it's really bad.
You will not besmirch poor Eric.
He had a birthday. He's got
happy birthday, Eric.
To die for. Happy
yeah.
birthday, Eric.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see what the chat says.
You look like you've aged 2 years in the last year. So.
He ages like I think he and Paul Rudd have some sort of pact together.
Right.
Jim says the delay is good. Frog Brothers say that it makes complete sense. It's better for the movie. Ghostbusters World Hub week is nothing in terms of things. Yeah. Ray says he's great with it. Gives him an extra week to finish up props for a local event. That's the other thing is, yeah, that extra time, if you guys need it, that's totally going to be great for everybody.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to show off my new. Look at that! I got a new thing.
Ooh, look at that!
It's one of those.
I'm still. This is.
Little, but look! It's got teeny tiny. It actually works for.
Wow.
Which gives me even better like torque on some of these things. So I love it.
I'm still dealing with the one that Eaglemoss gives you is fine and serviceable, but you got the new hotness there.
It's magnetic. Woohoo!
The Eaglemoss one is magnetic too, but
yeah, except I ratcheted that one a year ago, bud. So
yeah, Ray, Chris is in sync now. I don't know. It's just must be a weird internet thing. I'm guessing it's on my end because I'm the host of all of this, and we'll figure it out. This is our test, our test pancake. I'm just gonna keep calling it the test pancake. Welcome to our test pancake. Now I just want pancakes. That's
actually that'd be a fantastic podcast name. I don't know what it'd be about, but test pancake.
Test pancake. Okay, there we go. Battery box. I can do this.
I love playing the which way around is it? Yeah.
So this is kind of great now because Chris and I used to build them at the same time, and we probably still will at some point because it is nice to be like, hey, how the hell did you do this? Whatever.
I'll catch up.
But it's also kind of nice, like I'm working on a battery box, which is not all that exciting, but you've got the under of the chassis up and you can see the exhaust and all the stuff that you're working on.
Yeah. Well, this gives people the advantage of seeing, different stuff. We're not duplicating. There's a plus to not duplicating one another.
Yeah.
There's a plus for you and I working in tandem that we can work together, sort of. But at least it's it's not as boring for people to. If they get tired of you and your battery box, they can just flip over and
or
exhaust,
or just turn us off altogether. That's what I would do. So Jim, you brought up, I had a bet with Chris. I was wondering how long it would take once we started the live stream for somebody to mention the meat, in Japan, the muncher meat. And there's also mini puffed meat.
That's not a Japan reference though.
It's so when Answer the Call came out, Naoki, our good friend in Japan, sent us, Ghostbusters crab chips and...
Yep. No, you got crab chips.
Shrimp chips. You didn't get the crab chips? Naoki's
No, not that I
a
recall.
wonderful and generous person. So, you know.
I got lots of great gummies and all that. Like, I'm not complaining, but I didn't get to, which is fine because actually I'm not a crab chip kind of guy.
They are kind of an acquired taste. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Like the shrimp chips and the crab chips
I
are.
haven't acquired it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like Dutch licorice. I think you just pretty much have to be Dutch in order to enjoy it.
I had a Danish boss. Yeah, one boss at one company that I worked for kept a jar of it on her desk, and she loved it. She would always eat it, but it would always be a joke because we would say like, "Hey, Dorda, offer some of your licorice to whoever it is that's coming in, and just see if they take it." And then they would usually take it, and then it was a test to see like how they would react to be like, "It's
It's
good.
medicinal. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
It is hoo boy.
It doesn't. It's not a pleasant taste. I'm not a big fan of it. But then again, you know, some people don't like the taste of our licorice, or I wonder why.
Like black, period. All sorts were the worst. When somebody's like, "Here, have some candy," you're, "Yay!" and you're like, "Oh, it's that candy shell over black licorice. This is this is child abuse."
All right, I am already failing at life there. Okay, there we go. Oh, the battery box assembles. Good. Yeah, Ray says shrimp chips are the best. Yeah. Oh, so anyway, so I derailed there. So yeah, so when Answer the Call came out, there were a lot of kind of like crazy, like snacky foods, but Japan always gets all of the cool stuff. They get the snack foods, the candy foods. They get a lot of the stuff that they need to sell in the movie theater. Chris brought it up on the podcast last week, because they do themed stuff. When you go into the movie theater, you can buy a whole bunch of like Ghostbusters keychains, programs, blankets. Like
it's brilliant. I understand why Walmart and Target and all those places are like, "Come to us, buy it here." But in Japan, they got to work it out. The theaters are like, "And what have you licensed? We'd like 10 of each, please."
Yeah.
And then you go see the movie, and it's just all right there. Oh, so good.
So, okay, so what does that mean for the lunch meats? That I don't know. I don't know. Look, we market a lot of weird stuff too. Like everybody's trying to get Ghostbusters cereal. I mean, that's not weird, but it's kind of crazy that we're all looking for cereal.
Yeah. Jason had himself some of that. Speaking of the 2016, didn't he make some of that Ghostbusters marshmallow curry from Japan?
Yes, he did.
Which I don't know if it was actually marshmallow tasting or not, to be honest.
And there's a blue curry. There is like a Muncher blue curry that's coming out too.
Which is them. I'm pretty sure it's them repackaging the Sonic curry that they did, which was also a hideous blue.
If you can get past the food coloring, it's the same stuff. You know.
Yeah. Blue, like in every Indian restaurant you've ever been to.
So, all right. So we're talking about weird foods. The Frog Brothers asked, has anybody topped pancakes with pizza sauce, cheese, and toppings? Like making like a pizza pancake. And then he asks if Canada would take offense to the lack of syrup. How do you feel about like doing a sort of like a savory pancake?
Well, remember, we have a French component. Crepes are a thing here. We do savory. Not only that, you can go to... There's the Dutch pancake houses here, and they do the Dutch pancakes, where it's like that's how they talk. It's a giant pancake over the plate, and then they just heap on like egg and sausage and all that. Like savory's fine. We're fine with it.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm down. Like, especially with waffles. Like somebody does like a Thanksgiving waffle, I'm down. Like I will.
Yeah. What I'm pissed off about is that McPizza is not coming here, and the borders are still closed. I cannot be more pissed off about this. I just want everybody to know.
So wait, does Canada still do McPizza? I thought that was like over and done with.
It's over and done with, but they just brought it back. In the States, or they're going to bring it back in the States.
No. Really? They're going to bring that back here?
That's what my understanding was.
It failed spectacularly here, as far as I remember.
Well, the weird part is Canada was like the test market for McPizza originally before it spread everywhere else. And I've heard tell that there might be like one somewhere in Eastern Canada that's kept their ovens and still make it. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I there is something about like all of the different, like when you go to Hawaii, how the McDonald's has like the Spam burger, like their kind of Hawaiian version. I, it's kind of cool. At the same time, it's like if you're visiting places, the last place I want to go is to a McDonald's. So it's a little bit of it's a conundrum. Jim says, "Oh, Benjamin Thanksgiving waffles needs to be in my back pocket for yeah, dude." There's a place called and I saw it on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives, so I can't take full credit of it. But it's called Funk and Waffles, I want to say, and I think it's out in New York. But
is it a bookstore?
It's a waffle restaurant, but it also has funk music, like funk and soul music. So they have live music, I don't know, several times a week. But they have a Thanksgiving waffle that they make the waffle itself out of mashed potatoes, and then they put the fried chicken on top, and then the stuffing and the gravy. So it ends up being like chicken and waffles, but without the sweet, without the maple syrup element to it. And I kind of want to go there when I'm allowed to leave my house, which will be sometime in 2025, perhaps. I don't know.
We had a place here called, oh God, what was it called? Budgies is a different burrito place. What the heck was it called?
Budgies? This is a burrito place?
They were vegetarian burritos.
Oh, okay.
They're
all right.
They're still there.
I don't know that I would trust a burrito place called Budgies.
Steamrollers. That's what it was called. And the whole trick was...
Definitely wouldn't trust a burrito place called Steamrollers.
They steamed. Like, that's how they softened up the burrito for wrapping, and it kind of stuck with it. They, at Thanksgiving and Christmas, would do, like, the fixins. So it would have... turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes and dressing, and so good.
That's
and then it went away. It got bought by new owners and lasted for kept going for another few years, and then something went wrong.
How dare somebody steamroll steamrollers? What are the odds of that?
Budgies did them wrong. I don't know.
Budgies.
Actually, Chipotle moved in around that time. Maybe Chipotle did it.
I'll see. I blame Chipotle.
We're coming into Canada. Anybody that's got more than 5 stores, you tell them to take a hike. What about Budgies? They got one, and the hippies. We don't care.
Bunch of hippies.
I don't know what they would sound like. I don't know what the evil mobster parody owners of Chipotle would sound like.
Yeah. I'm sure they're actually very nice people. Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, they are corporate. How nice could they be? But I'm sure they're perfectly...
Actually, I think Chipotle is owned by McDonald's. Are we being sponsored by McDonald's and I don't know it? What happened here?
McDonald's, send me McPizza.
Send me McPizza.
In university, they weren't part of a meal. Like, you would get your personal size pizza, and they were like, "That's all you want." I'm like, "No, I want the personal size pizza as the sub for a sandwich." So I get the pizza and fries and a drink, and oh man, so good. I mean, they weren't the best pizza in the world, but like, it's you're eating McDonald's pizza. Like, how much did you think it was? Like, what did you think you were getting?
That's like when you go to the airport and you get the pre-made personal pan pizzas from the Pizza Hut Express. Like, you know what you're in for. Like, you can't really judge. Oh, I see. Okay, now I got it. There we go. It just fits right on there. Of course it does, because Eaglemoss is the best. Frog Brothers say that they love tie-in food for movies. They remember The Dark Knight had pizza at Pizza Hut, but it was just a pepperoni pizza with extra pepperoni and a Dark Knight pizza box. If you followed Dinosaur Dracula, like he lives for that stuff. Like,
yeah.
Was it Red Robin had a Wolverine burger that he was just going nuts for, like. And I don't think the only thing that made it Wolverine is it had like the adamantium thing that held the burger together. When was it Burger King that did their Dark Whopper where the like bun was like that kind of black purplish color? He went nuts. He went crazy for it.
I know you guys had the for Batman, the hero sandwich at McDonald's.
Well, yeah, you've talked about that before. It was like the giant version of the Big and Tasty or something like that. And
something like that. And we in Canada they brought it back because they called it the Hockey Hero sandwich. So we got a twofer on that one. That was a good sandwich. It's actually very BLT like without the B part. If that makes any sense.
BLT without the B part, so it's LT.
Yeah, cheese and lettuce and tomato and like lots of sauce. It was, let's be honest here. It's like everything at McDonald's. It's a Big Mac in a different form.
Well, they're working with a certain amount of ingredients. There are only so many things you can do.
Yeah.
So for anybody that's following along, I'm working on mounting the battery box here. I'm doing things a little out of order because it's just so hard in my space here to keep flipping the model up on one side and then flipping it over to the other side. And so I'm just going to mount this box and then I'll come back and I'll do the wires on the other side afterwards.
Ray's talking about Dinosaur Dracula. He contacted me out of the blue like 6 or so years ago and asked for my email or my mailing address. And out of the blue one day I got this tiny package from him, and inside was a little tiny vial with a screw on top in which he had placed a single piece of real Ghostbusters cereal. Like, I still have it somewhere. I should put it with the boxes now that I'm displaying the boxes.
I mean, that sounds like something that he would do also. That's kind of awesome.
Kind of a precursor to him testing the waters on those
his boxes. Yeah.
Subscription box he puts out. It was
I should do those. I should do his subscription box because every time I see him post a picture of it, I feel jealous of like what everybody's getting, and he always puts in like the Topps cards and stuff, and
yeah, right.
Just something to look forward to in the mail is always a joy. Oh yeah, the X Entertainment Hulk Hands article. Actually, X Entertainment was amazing. Like that got me through so many bad times in like high school and college. Is X Entertainment still up? I don't think they do the website anymore, do they?
I don't know. They all kind of scattered to half of them are like published authors now and stuff like that. Like
X Entertainment was one of the first places that I found a recipe for Ecto Cooler. Like they were one of the first places that was trying to like crack the formula. Oh boy. Leverage. All right, everybody gets to stare at the top of my head for a second here.
How am I supposed to do? All right, I quit. I'm done for the night. I don't want to do this
anymore.
Come
to the coast. We'll have a few laughs. I feel like I'm a TV dinner right now. All right. Stand by. Stand by.
You stand by.
So if you are planning on getting your Ecto kit, might I suggest not live streaming in a very small confined place while you're trying to build it?
That's on you.
That's on me.
You, man.
It's on me.
Okay. Oh, I get to do the thing. You ready?
You're going to do the thing? He's going to do the thing. I don't know what thing he's talking about.
Turntable. I bought a turntable specifically so I could make this move.
Ah. And a microphone. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, Ray and Jim, we're making friends here on the Crossrip, on the unplanned Crossrip live stream. We got some stepbrothers being best friends here. Playmobil Advent Calendar Adventure. Yeah, dude. It's kind of funny that Playmobil's doing the Advent calendars now that are like Back to the Future, and like my daughter got one that was like a Santa's workshop from a mall, so it came with like the mall Santa and all the little helpers and stuff. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. All right, so these guys now.
Why would they tell me to? Oh, that's figure A. So apparently I was supposed to do that one first.
You blew it! Okay, so the switch is right here. I see.
And also, since I'm going blind, I got myself a thing to...
Can everybody see what I'm working on? Not really there, huh? Yeah. shrunken apple head. Oh, yes. That's
well,
back when the days when the internet was so innocent and so sweet and so pure and so filled with strong bad emails that were delightful. What happened? What happened to you, internet? I'm calling you out on this live stream right here and right now because
we
you
didn't
gone
lower
dark.
the light switch so you could have light switch raves.
All right, let's see.
System is down. That is a reference that I still sing to this day.
Do. Sugar dun dun, sugar dun dun, sugar dun dun.
Okay, 29A. Yes, I have that somewhere.
Womp womp. Facebook happened. Oh, Ray. Yeah, you're right. I blame Facebook for a lot of it, huh? Is that really like it was kind of like that once hotornot.com and Facebook became things. Then it just became that was the end, the beginning of the end.
I don't know about that. There was a period of time where stuff just kind of there was a natural end on the internet. Like, do you remember swank.com?
I don't remember Swank. What was Swank?
Swank was a news site, kind of an entertainment news site. And it had one artist did all the art for it. Really distinctive stuff. I love that one.
Like, Ain't It Cool News era, or whenabouts did it hit?
Yeah, you could probably say about then. Okay, so that goes. Oh my God!
Going back to saying that the actual 59 Caddy is probably easier to build. No. I will say, so knowing what they had to do for Ghostbusters Afterlife to rebuild these just cars from scratch, basically, it's hard, man. And finding the parts, like, I remember when they were doing the original the restoration of the Ecto-1, and they had to find the windshield in Cuba because that's the only place where you can still find certain parts from a certain era. And
well, remember what's his name? The car coordinator in the tested video pointed out that they were able to jam in an engine and do stuff with it suspension-wise today that they could not do with the previous.
Yeah, back in the 80s. Like,
car technology just got to the point where you could like make certain things work. AP.
So this is just gonna chill here, I guess. Okay. So I think, especially in issue 11, there's this whole. I think all of these, like, we're going to assemble stuff and then we're just going to set it aside. And to me, that's when I lose stuff. So that's really.
Yeah, I got to be real careful at this point onwards.
Yeah.
Oh, this sucks. This sucks. I'm getting old. I can't see anymore. I need light.
Yeah. Aziz. Light. All right, let's see if I can safely put this thing off to the side.
Ah, I missed.
All right, let me tell you what's not good television right now. Blank screen, and I'm about to take my hoodie off because it is hot. It is friggin' hot.
I need a gooseneck lamp. Maybe that's the next thing I need to purchase, is some sort of gooseneck lamp for in here.
Did you guys all like that? Watching? Yeah, anyway. All right. So I'm going to move on to 36 here. Fuel tube and steering wheel parts. Yeah, see, we're going to assemble like two things and then everything gets set aside again. All right.
Dang it.
Dang it. All right, let's see what's happening in the chat. Anybody remember Liquid Generation? Which one was Liquid Generation? I don't remember that one.
Was that the MTV block that did Aeon Flux and all that? Or was that Liquid Television?
Was that Liquid Television? Yeah, I mean, that was the like pre-Adult Swim.
That was the last time MTV was cool at all.
They had their chance.
No! Where did it go? No.
No. Bernie says Adam Savage was so lucky that he got to drive the Ecto. I'd love to drive the Ecto. You know, he is really lucky that he got to drive the Ecto, but he's also Adam Savage. So knowing that he is somebody who's been working in production and special effects and visual effects and with Mythbusters and yeah, you know, it's if you're gonna trust the keys to the car to anybody, and he was even saying he was really nervous that he was gonna like pop one of the wheels or something, and yeah, that was Liquid Television. Yeah, Jim, you're right. So wait, so which one was Liquid Generation? All right, drop some knowledge on us here, Ray. Wait, where's my... There we go. Where's my stuff? Yeah, stuff. Where's my stuff?
I don't have enough hands for this.
All right. This sucks, Chris Stewart. Yeah, that's going to be in our review at some point on...
No! Stop it!
The frustration is sounding real, man.
Yeah. Well,
Wow, serious? That's... Okay. That's not going to go well. All right, I'm going to put that over there. And I'm going to lose... I'm going to lose this whole... I'm just going to keep these all in here. That's a... It's a disaster waiting to happen. All right. All right, and then fuel tube is going onto the battery box. Okay, cool.
This is one of those points where I really wish I could ask you what the hell you did, because...
Which one are you working on?
I'm on stage 29, step 2, and there's that one tiny little exhaust pipe. Here, I'm going to show you. That's what this is all about. Can you see?
Give it a second. You're lagging.
So that one right there?
Yeah.
And it's got that one little weird screw, and you have to screw it, like the piece has to go in behind.
Yeah, that was not fun. I dropped the screw about 500,000 times through the chassis there. That's a tricky one.
Like, I'm literally putting the screwdriver through one of these steering hinge joints just to get it in straight to turn this thing. Ugh. Yeah, I think that was one of the ones where I'm just going to be... It's a little loose. I don't care. I don't care. It's going to sit on the shelf. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to go, that's a pretty car. And I'm not going to pick it up, and I'm not going to shake it. So
and you never did. Yeah. Okay, Ray is telling us here. So let's see. Liquid Generation was one of those dumb comedy websites that had a lot of Flash animation videos and quizzes and stuff. 2005-ish. Oh, and E-Bombs World, and yeah, exactly. YTMD. Yeah, oh man, that's a blast from the past too. Yeah, E-Bombs World was kind of like pre-Twitter, pre-TikTok, proto-TikTok, I guess, but funny.
I remember it
funnier.
Kind of being around the same time FARC took off, but FARC is still with us.
Yeah.
So
is E-Bombs World, but I don't know that. I haven't been there in a long time.
98 or 99, there was a website where they were taking screen captures off of like the Sci-Fi Channel or something, and it was built around a game where people wrote captions. It was like a meme game before.
Oh, that's interesting.
Memes were even a thing, and they had a whole system by which you could like score other people's and pick which one you thought was going to win, and then you'd win points. Like you were playing a game. You were randomly thrown together with like 5 other people, and it would show you like a weird screenshot of like Star Trek or something that it had grabbed, and you would type up the best caption you could with it. And it's long gone too. I love that one. That was a fun site.
Welcome to Why Is the Internet So Like It Is Now?
Transient?
Yeah.
Ephemeral? Hey, do you remember that website, what was it called? Proton Charging, where that guy actually used to do with it once?
I don't, it doesn't ring a bell. Ray, can you drop some knowledge on us as to what that is, maybe?
No, he was an athlete.
That guy. That
That
guy.
That guy. Okay, where's those pieces?
I do have to say, like, the Ghostbusters community as a whole, like, I am so glad the state that it is in at the moment. Just because you got Jason doing everything on Ghostbusters news, like,
yep,
with limitless energy. I don't know how, like, when the news dropped this morning, he had a video up there, I swear to you, in like 5 minutes. That was like,
because he's young.
He's young and doesn't have kids.
Young.
Does he have kids? Maybe
I
he has
actually
kids.
technically beat him by like 40 minutes this time, so come on.
But you didn't post it. You didn't post a video.
Huh?
Like he put a whole thing on his YouTube channel and everything.
Yeah, no.
How?
He did do that. Well, like he said, it's his job now. I love
true.
it.
That's true.
His whole thing now is to just sit in front of that computer and monitor stuff as it comes down.
Feed us the
stuff
Ghostbusters.
I used to do when I was young and had time.
So yeah, okay. So you got Ghostbusters News, which is handling literally any little bit of news, handedly. You got GB fans. The threads there are still kicking.
It is still the #1 source for building your replica stuff. So I don't know why my voice kind of went into Kermit there for.
Hey ho, yeah.
Hey-ho. What else is still plugging away out there?
Mr. Stay Puft's World of Sounds still up there in case you need them. Actually, I bet it is still up there. It has to be.
I bet it's still up there, and I would love to know where it's hosted. That it's just because they're not doing anything with it. It's just there.
It's like the Space Jam website. It's just perpetually there until the end of time.
I found, this is vaguely related to it, old pictures of some wooden, like homemade wooden real Ghostbuster dolls.
Oh, interesting.
It was like one of the earliest really cool fan things I ever posted on protocharging.com. And a reader kind of did more digging than I had the patience to do on archives.org, the Wayback Machine, and found reference to the guy that like ran the server. And it was one of those things where it was like, bobserver.com /Jade. So it was like a friend of his or something, I'm pretty sure. Like you remember back in the day that the tech-savvy guys would have their own server and give, friends and family.
Or you'd have your Prodigy or your AOL accounts or whatever, and they'd give you like 5 megs of space or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but these were guys that had a box running in their bedroom and all that, right? Like they knew how to run their own server. And I emailed him. I found him, like an email address for him at a company in Ontario, and unfortunately it bounced. But this only step now is to call that company and say, hey, did you have a guy named so-and-so working for you? You know how I can get a hold of him? Why? Oh, because I want to ask some woman he knew 20 years ago about a thing she made.
I swear I'm not a stalker. I swear I'm not a creep.
I'm not a stalker. I understand this is the weirdest thing you'll hear today, but... All right, here we go. Do you know what I was thinking it's time for a comeback for?
What do you got? Is it beer related?
I mean, we live in a world where everybody can do, and more like the Southside Ghostbusters doing their movie and all that. I think it's time to bring back fan fiction. But
fan fiction really hasn't gone away, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of fanfic websites still out there.
Right, they do their own little thing. Like the Ghostbusters community is not really tapped into it anymore, right? I'm pretty sure there probably is Ghostbusters fanfic.
Oh yeah, I mean Ectoweb, Fritz's website, I think still has a ton of fanfics up there, and I think they're probably still kicking. Admittedly, fanfics have never really been my thing, so I haven't really kept up. But
well, here's the thing: that is fan fiction about the movies and stuff. I think we need to take a page from the fan films, and people need to do their own fan franchise fan fiction. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which Night Squad. Man, you remember like those guys, like Bo and those guys had their online personas and everything, and then the fanfic would Like, can you imagine what they would do with a podcast, kind of like Resurrection or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. Krago's still out there. I
Yeah.
see him. He's in the. I think he might even be on Yes Have Some. I can't remember where I saw him last, but I know he's still out there.
Yeah, some of those dudes are still around. Proton Charger, that guy used to see him pop up on social media all the time. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, the Slice and Pint shirt. That's unintentional. It just got hot, dude. What is with it? Was like cloudy and nice, and it felt like Halloween and awesome. And then all of a sudden, I'm sweating like crazy. You can see how red my face is. It's insanely hot all of a sudden.
Don't mind me. I'm doing science.
Although I can't complain about weather when terrible things are happening on the East Coast, so pay me no mind.
How much battery do I have left on this thing?
Oh, and then Jim says not to understate the value of how podcasts have brought people together. No, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's kind of like the live stream and the sort of live feedback right now is kind of blowing my mind, because with the podcast thing, Chris and I are used to just creating it and then it's in a void and we don't know if anybody's listening, and then we send it out there and then, yeah, it turns out people are listening. It's kind of weird and nice, but
Unless
weird.
It's the Halloween Spooktacular, and then I don't care if anybody's listening because I just listen to it myself.
Over and over and over.
I make that one for me.
Yeah, those are fun. Those have to stay audio only. Sorry. I mean, they're better audio anyway. Like,
well, you say that, but they're inspired by a guy out of Chicago or somewhere, and he called his production company Skeleton Farm.
Skeleton Farm.
He let's put it this way: he existed at a time, like one of the last gasps of somebody getting to go to public cable, like cable access, and he was doing video mixtapes. He had a show called Forbidden Transmission.
Kind of like a night flight kind of thing. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. And then in the background, he did a couple of, like, just released it to the world sort of thing, called, Skeleton Farm Halloween whatever. And I love Halloween video mixtapes when they're done right. Some of them are real crap, but.
Well, you do them right, because I like listening to yours too. Like the ones that you do for the podcast are just, man, spot on.
I have fun. I really got to start asking around for people's feedback and input. I really like trying to do like the little audio things. Like I'm still very proud of my Charlie Brown Halloween meets The Thing. Mostly because I convinced myself to do a little boy Charlie Brown voice. So.
I mean,
I liked it. It kind of worked. This is. I love that they're like, this is stage should look like this. Your thing and another loose piece. It's like you couldn't put that in the other. All right, I'm finally moving on to 30 here. All right. Do you know what I've been doing lately?
What have you been doing?
Since Friday doesn't show up fast enough, I watch clips and reactions and interviews with all the Ted Lasso people. I could watch them be interviewed with one another forever.
Oh, man. They are... Like, they've been doing social media stuff. I don't know if you've seen it, but AFC Richmond has a Twitter account now. And, yeah, so they've been doing their, like, post-game pressers. It's so good. I will continue to sing the praises of that show. It reminds me a lot of, like, when everybody said, you got to watch Battlestar Galactica. You're going to love it. You got to watch it. I was like, I know. I just haven't gotten to it. And you were one of the people that was like, you got to watch Ted Lasso. I'm like, I know, I just haven't gotten to it. And then as soon as I did, you were right. Like, it's right up my alley.
So
perfect.
Good. So good.
Hey, Mark. How's it going? We got Mark from the UK who's waking up. That's our test stream in the middle of the night here. I was hoping that we would... That's really
We are the last thing I want to wake up to in the morning at 7 a.m. So, our apologies, Mark.
Stewie and Troy in the morning.
We would be the best or the worst morning zoo crew ever. I think.
I don't know. Like, I don't. I feel like in the morning, I just want to listen to music. Like, if I'm driving to work, it just hit me with the music. I don't want you to give me the yucks and the sound effects. And
yeah, but that's just it. You're thinking of the yucks that are out there now. You and I would be a different, like, flavor. We could do something different with Zoo Time Radio. And actually, that said, we can't be too mean because friend of the show, Kevin.
Well, yeah, Kevin and Sonia, they're
Drive Time Radio guy.
Yeah, and the two of them, like, they're perfect because Kevin's got one of those voices that, like, well, he's the voice of the PNE and stuff now. Like, he's got the PA announcer voice that makes you feel welcome, and you know, some of the ones that are just like
our alien overlords will conscript him to like lead us to our doom. Hey everybody, thanks for not fighting back against our alien overlords.
We want to welcome you to Earth.
That's right. The heat ray will take care of you quickly and efficiently. I'm Kevin Lee. No, he does the voice of the P&E. He does ads on the radio. That's actually not uncommon, I guess, when you're a voice on a particular radio station. You'll be conscripted to do certain ads anyways. Yeah. Actually, theirs are pretty good. Now that I think about it, actually, maybe you and I don't need to do it because I actually really like their morning time stuff. It's a bit of music and a bit of, and you know, they're not too crazy and they're pretty level-headed. Sonia is the wacky one of the two of them, and she's never reached like crazy LA Zoo Radio levels, so that's good.
I was listening to, because they post clips up on their social media. I was listening to, they were testing out the theory. I think it was like a TikTok hack or something, that you can go into McDonald's and request refills on fries now. And let's just say one of them was successful, and we'll leave it at that.
Really?
I don't think that that's a thing down here in the States. That must be like a good-natured Canadian thing, because
yeah, I think that's a good-natured Canadian thing.
I swear, if you go into a McDonald's and you ask for a refill on your fries, they will throw a giant-size, super-sized Coke at you.
You want what now?
Why?
Why do you want
free?
For free?
I'm really concerned because we're starting to get into the actual like engineering parts of this. So I'm working on the brake. So the switch for the brake lights is, I think, what's going to be happening here. And so I'm just making sure that when you tap this, it's actually connecting, which it does. I don't know if I can show it on my camera here. I'll do my best. But as you push down the brake pedal, come on, lag, catch up to me. Yeah, so when you push down on the brake pedal, you see the two wires connect. So I'm guessing that circuit completes, and that's what ends up making the brake lights kick in. But anyway.
I want to do a fan film based on that Matt Damon movie where everybody got shrunk. What was it, Downsized?
Yeah, Downsized.
And I want to do the fan film where I'm a guy who finds that one guy that actually builds these old cars in real life, and I make the deal where I will pay for his shrinking procedure if he will spend a couple of months putting this kit together for me. I don't have the patience for this.
But it's just good. It's therapeutic.
It is. Well, it keeps me focused at any rate.
Yeah.
I'm just being crabby because of that one screw. There's always the rest of it. I'm like, this is great, and then there's that one screw where I'm like, ugh.
This is another one. Okay, so stage 38 comes with all of these wires and switches, and you literally only put one on. And then
we're ending here. You're going to bed, and I'm gonna have to stay up until the morning, aren't I? This.
There it is. I was gonna say we're about to hit an hour, so that's why I was rushing to get done to see if I could do it in an hour, and I did. But Mark is coming home from a night shift. But even still, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, you could be waking up.
But good on you for still being awake. I definitely don't want to hear us in the morning.
No, yeah, I don't. Bernie says, have an interview with Mark Paul Gosselaar as you have your coffee. I would just let Zach Morris run with the show. What do you need me for? You got Zach Morris. All right, so I'm putting all of this stuff aside, and that's going to be it. Well, hey, Chris. It seems like it was a pretty successful test. Everybody out there.
You blew me out of the water. I'm going to be working on this for hours. Successful test. You're right. You win. Okay, Troy?
But the live stream part of it worked. So I think what we should do is...
Is that what you want to hear, buddy? You won, okay?
I won. I'm the winner. I'm going to win.
This is the part where I should just storm off and then not come back and everybody starts to think it's real.
Color bars. And then I won't air the episode on Monday and everybody will think, oh, man, maybe that was really real. Maybe they... Oh, no. But yeah, no, I think this worked really well. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll schedule these out, and that way more people can join us in the chat. We can have some fun. We can make some more best friends. Hopefully, stepbrother style, we find a few people who will become fast friends. And yeah, I think this worked really well. I mean, it's kind of tough still to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, but this was pretty good. Yeah, successful test. Thanks, Egon. Before we go, Andrew was asked, have we come across any missing parts? No. And it's amazing. I mean, the quality control on the Hero Collector side is perfection. They actually give you extra screws. I
have stripped the heads off of so many screws, and they've got an extra one in there just precisely for that problem.
Yeah. Or they're so tiny that you drop them. So aside from that, like anything missing on the actual like pieces side, whoa, that was really weird. The lag showed me dropping something. I have no control over my hands on the bottom screen. But yeah, no, they're really great. And they come in, everything is in these trays, as you can see, like the steering wheel, all the stuff that I have to set aside for later, I'm just going to keep in the tray so I don't lose it. So it's pretty easy to see if something's missing. I'm hoping on their side before they pack the box up, they go, yep, you're good. See you later. So, yeah, next live stream, we'll talk about forgotten 80s, 90s kids TV program. There's a lot of good stuff and a lot of really, really bad stuff. But
a whole hour where I do nothing but talk about Hammerman, the cartoon.
It had a cool character design. That's all I'm saying. Denver the Last Dinosaur is also on the list. You're right, Jim.
It had a terrible theme song. Oh my god.
Hammerman was the one where his shoes talked to him too. You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hammer time. All right. Well, now that we're talking about MC Hammer, I think it's time for us to end the stream. But thank you everybody for joining us on this. It was awesome seeing the 10 or so of you that have been in and out here. And we'll get more people. We'll schedule it, and we can actually make sure that people know that this is happening. It's not just like a thing that happens in the middle of the night. Yeah, and then for everybody who didn't join us live, please do. This was actually a lot of fun being able to interact with you guys while we're building. It's like having a big group build, and we can all sort of just chat, even though you guys are doing it on text. Yeah. So Monday, just some housekeeping. We do have a new episode of The Crossrip going up. Please subscribe to us on all of the appropriate podcasting platforms. We're now on Amazon Music.
Yes, you added a couple.
Yeah, so if you're looking for us in a few places that you didn't find us, we should be there now. But if you have a preferred platform and we're still not there, please hit us up and let us know. So Monday we got a new episode. We're going to be talking about the delay on Afterlife and the Adam Savage tested BTS piece. Yeah, plenty of more things to come. And especially now that we know we can do the live streams, we can keep up with the Frog Brothers and the Yes Have Somes of the world. You guys are killing it. Like, I love watching all of your streams and your episodes, and it's just like having these shows to go to on YouTube has been a godsend, especially during the pandemic. So thanks to the Frog Brothers, thanks to our Yes Have Some guys. Craig, you're not watching because you're at Dragon Con, but he answered way too many questions about this technology for me. I should pay him probably, but yeah. All right. See you all on the other side. Have a good night or good morning. Or